I want you to leave." He turned to face her. His blue eyes, the color of Lake Superior, caressed her, and the resistance-melting smile emerged. It used to set loose butterflies in her stomach, but now she recognized it for the weapon it was, a sword that had separated her from the purity she'd intended to save for her husband, her real husband. "You didn't used to be so cold." "That was before I knew you were a bigamist, Kyle, and that all your charm was because you'd practiced it so often." He flinched at the word bigamist. "What are you going to do?" That's what this was all about? He wanted to make sure his crime didn't get out? "I'm going to take care of my patients and try to forget you ever existed." The furrows between his brows eased. "Who have you told?" "My mom. That's it. She's the only person who knew we were married." He'd said he wanted to keep their relationship quiet to protect her. What a liar. He fumbled a folded paper out of his pocket. "My attorney wants you to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I put a house in your name, too, and I'll give you $100,000. Fury washed up her neck, and she batted the paper away. "I'm not a whore you can pay off, Kyle. I was your wife. Or so I thought. The media would have a field day with this, wouldn't they? But don't worry. I'm not about to let the world know what an absolute fool I was. Please, just leave me alone." Her heart had been ripped out of her chest when she overheard him speaking to his real wife. She lived on a ranch in Idaho with no internet and little contact with the media. He had actually thought he could get away with it. And he probably would have if she hadn't forgotten her phone. She went back to get it, and he hadn't seen her come in. She heard everything. All the sickeningly sweet talk. When Bailey confronted him, he hadn't even tried to weasel out of it. When she asked him why, he'd held her angry gaze and shrugged. "You wouldn't sleep with me otherwise." Her cheeks heated, and she gulped at the bare truth. She didn't know if she'd ever be clean again. The paper landed on the pointed toe of his black boot. He stared at it, then stooped to pick it up. "Look, can you just sign the thing so I can reassure my lawyer?" He pressed the envelope in his other hand into her palm. "Here's the deed. See? I've already made it out in your name. It's all legal." He set a key down on the table. Tearing up the deed would be a grand gesture, but all the fight drained out of her. With the envelope in hand, Bailey stalked to the door and jerked it open. "Get out! I never want to see or hear from you again, or I will contact the media. Leave me alone, and your secret is safe." Her face burned as he passed her. She shut the door behind him and propped her back against it until she stopped shaking. She stuffed the envelope in her pocket where she could deal with it later. Her stomach churned, but she still had a lot of the workday left. Bailey strode to the bathroom attached to the conference room, went to the sink and splashed cold water on her hot cheeks. She gazed in the mirror. "I'll pass muster." Her long black hair was wound up in a bun, and her green eyes looked calm. Bailey Fleming, super aide to the geriatric. She tried on a smile, but tears flooded her eyes instead. She wiped them away, then scooped up the key on the table on her way to the door. When she stepped into the hall, she saw the sheriff heading her way. Mason Kaliva had been the sheriff for the 2 years she'd been in Rock Harbor, and most everyone liked the big bear of a man. She hoped he wasn't here to deliver accident news to someone. His gaze connected with hers, and he stopped a moment, then approached her. His hand settled on her shoulder with a comforting squeeze. "I need to talk to you, Bailey. Is there somewhere we can speak in private?" She searched his face for clues and saw sympathy. "What's wrong?" "Look, there's no easy way to deliver this news. It's your mother. She was shot this morning." Bailey's knees buckled, and she would have fallen if he didn't have hold of her. "She's in the hospital? I'll go there right now." He eased her onto the floor, then knelt beside her. "I'm sorry, but she's dead." She closed her eyes and shook her head. Dizziness struck her, and she rested her forehead on her knees, where she sat crumpled on the floor. She was going to black out. His top man, Shay, shut the door behind him and entered the large room paneled in walnut finish. "She's dead, King." His lips pressed into a hard line above his black goatee. King.